For those of you who have never done this with me, I will lead you on a guided journey. And you just need to use my voice as your guide. And I'll tell you where to go, what to imagine, what to visualize. Maybe you will stay 100% with my voice the whole time. Maybe you will drift off to sleep. Maybe you will totally let your mind wander. Maybe you'll get interrupted by a family member or something at your house. Whatever's happening for your experience, let that happen. There is absolutely no wrong way of doing this. That's the cool part. It's your experience, and it's going to be 100% perfect, however it pans out for you. So to help facilitate the process, I always tell everyone, just use your imagination. Play a huge game of pretend with me. So if I'm telling you, guiding you to walk down the beach, just engage and enact your imagination. What walking down a beach will look like, will feel like, will sound like. Maybe you're very good at seeing things in your mind's eye. Some of you, I don't see anything. I see darkness, I see black when I meditate. So that sounds creepy. It's not creepy, but I see just nothingness, but I know what I feel. So I can feel things even more than I see them. Some of you can use whatever associations you have. Maybe you vacation at a beach, so visualize the beach that you vacation at, or visualize a scene from a movie. So enact your imagination. Remember that you are getting everything out of this experience, whether you think you are or not. So allow that critical mind to just fall by the wayside. And if you drift off or get interrupted, the moment you notice that you're drifting off, come right back to my voice, and we'll just pick up where you're hearing me from that moment. I never know what I'm going to do before meditation. I have never, in the 18 years now, which is insane, that I've been leading meditation workshops, I have never repeated the same meditation twice, because I go off of the energy, the collective energy of whoever's tuning in to guide me through this journey. So together, we're collectively creating the journey that wherever we're going to go. So I become in the meditation just as much as you are. So I'm leading you, but I'm also in it myself for the most part. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Afterwards, especially we do this at the center, and I really do find having a little bit of discussion afterwards is so beneficial, just to kind of process the meditation, and we'll do a little bit of that tonight. But at any point when you're done, feel free to just log off and either go right into a restful sleep or bring this piece or whatever you need to do afterwards. So there might be a brief time for discussion at the end. Let's see, I think that's it on my end in setting all of you up. So I hope you're comfortable. If you are sitting up straight in a chair and all of a sudden you realize that you want to be more comfortable, just go ahead and do it. You're all in your homes, and you'll be able to be comfortable. So we'll start off by transitioning. And this is just that time where you can start to close your eyes if you are okay with closing your eyes. And if you prefer not to close your eyes, just focus your gaze gently in front of you. And just take a really nice deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale forcefully but slowly out your mouth. And for a few moments, we're going to practice breath awareness. So we're just really going to just focus on my voice and really pay attention to how it feels for you to breathe. I want you to pull the breath in through your nose. So feel as the air goes through your nostrils. Feel your chest, your lungs, or your abdomen, wherever that air is going. Feel it filling up. And then feel as you exhale out to your mouth. Feel that air coming out through your lips. And I really do find it helpful to really make noise when you're breathing. And it's probably more comfortable for you to do it in your own home than it typically is when we do it in personal at the center. If you feel comfortable with where you are, really make a sound as you breathe in. And breathe out. And as you're focusing on your breath, I want you to bring that breath in deeper and deeper. Bring it down into your abdomen and exaggerate your breath at first. So as you inhale, really expand your stomach. And then as you exhale, really focus on contracting your stomach. And begin to notice already, just by taking 2 minutes of active breath awareness, begin to notice that your energy is starting to come down just a little bit. In our busy days, we always have access to a breath awareness meditation, which is literally just being focused on a nice, deep, cleansing breath. Active breath awareness helps your body begin a healing process much faster, because the energy that we waste on thinking and talking and being and doing is put into our cells for repair, for growth, for fighting our immunity. Now I want you to begin to imagine that every breath is like a wave. And at the top of your breath, it's like the top of the wave is hitting gently over your head. And then it goes through your body. It's like a wave of relaxation that comes in. Every breath is a wave. Every inhale, every exhale is just waving and vibrating gently through you. And I want you to continue focusing in on your breathing, and I want you to allow yourself to really go deeper and deeper into relaxation. And just bring in gratitude towards yourself right here, right now, for this moment. Because this moment is 100% all about you. This moment is for your healing, your well-being, your health, your vitality. And really take in the fact that you have taken such a huge act of self-care by simply signing up to do this meditation. And allow your cells of your body to take in that self-love and that self-care. Imagine that all the cells of your body are thanking you for aligning yourself to their best interest. You made time for this because you do care about yourself. That is no small feat. And continue to focus in on your breathing. I want you to bring your attention to the top of your head. And just begin to imagine that the top of your head, the scalp, hair, just imagine that your head, scalp, and hair begins to relax. We're going to bring that energy descending down slowly over our body to relax. So that wave of relaxation is just going to move slowly into our forehead. Relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows, relax your eye sockets and your eyelids. Relax your cheeks, your nose, your ears, the back of your head. Relax your teeth, your tongue, the roof of your mouth, your lips, your chin, your jawbone. Relax the back of your head, the back of your neck, your throat. Relax your collarbone, your upper back, your shoulders, your scapula. Send relaxation down both arms through your biceps and triceps, down through your elbows, through your forearms, down your wrists, into your hands, and imagine any tension or stress is just pulled and dripping out of your fingertips. Imagine that tension, that stress, that negativity, whatever it is, just imagine it drips down through the floor and into Mother Earth to be recycled. With every breath, you get to relax deeper and imagine this relaxation goes all the way down your spinal column, all the way to the very base of your spine. Relax your chest, your heart, your upper back, your mid back, your lower back. Relax your rib cage and diaphragm. Relax your abdomen. Allow every part of your body to just let go and relax just a little bit more. Relax your hips and pelvis, your butt muscles, your quadriceps, your hamstrings. Bring relaxation down through your knees, into your calves and shins, down into your ankles. You feel all this tension, stress, negativity, whatever is in your body that no longer serves you in this moment. Imagine it just all drips out your toes. Imagine it just gets pulled down through the floor and into the earth to be recycled. Notice again through a quick scan from the top of your head on your own all the way down your body. Notice if there's any tension or stress anywhere and just bring in the intention and the attention for relaxation to all parts of your body. Bring in the awareness of complete love and compassion for this miraculous body known as you. Once again, bring attention to the bottoms of your feet. I want you to imagine that there are roots growing out of the bottom of your feet. And I want you to use your imagination and visualize those roots going down through the floorboards into the earth and feel yourself getting rooted and planted and connected to Mother Earth. And send those roots deep down into the soil. Imagine you can hear them as they push through soil and rock and dirt, and it completely anchors your energy field with its feeling of safety, stability, and foundation. Strong roots allow us to expand and grow. I want you to imagine that you can visualize, feel, and see the earth's nutrients working together, with your roots pulling those nutrients into your roots. And with every inhale you take, imagine those nutrients go up your roots and feel yourself pulling them up into your roots. With every inhale, you're drawing more energy in through the soil, through the roots, up into your feet. And I want you to visualize and imagine that your feet begin to tingle. And the cells will start receiving the energy from the earth. And that energy is like a domino effect. Every single cell pulls energy into itself, expels any negativity, any toxicity, any dis-ease. And it pushes it back down to the earth, and as the earth takes in more energy, and every cell begins to share the energy. And imagine this energy is going up your shins and calves, healing your muscles, bones, tendons, capillaries, veins, and up into your knees, repairing cartilage, tension, or stress, going up through your legs, through the quadriceps and hamstrings. Visualize or imagine this tingling or energy moving up through your legs, all the way up through your glutes. And imagine you can pull all that energy up into the base of your spine. And this is where we will open up and activate our root chakra. It is an energy center in our body that is located right at the base of your spine. And as you pull the energy up into this space, I want you to imagine that there is a red wheel of illuminated, crystal clear red light that begins to spin slowly at first. And with your attention and intention, imagine that wheel begins to spin faster and faster. As it goes faster and faster, visualize that red light becoming clearer and clearer, brighter and brighter. Notice the direction it's spinning in. There's no right or wrong. Notice how it feels. Is it a thick energy or is it very wispy? Just sink into your imagination and see, experience, feel the red root chakra spinning and activating, opening up. Any energy that is stuck in this center will be released out of your body, spun out of your body. And energy is constantly moving up through your roots, from the earth, up through your legs, opening that red root chakra. Now it's moving up slightly into your sacral chakra. This is located right below your belly button. It's in both the front and back of your body. And here I want you to imagine an orange pinwheel begins to spin slowly at first. And then it goes faster and faster the more you bring your attention to it. And again, visualize an orange pinwheel or wheel that begins to spin and illuminate a crystal clear, bright orange. And it's happening whether you believe it or not. So allow your critical mind to go by the wayside and just pretend. Feel the spin of the red root. Notice the direction. Moving energy up into the sacral chakra, noticing the energy and the spin, the direction. And with your breath, take a nice deep breath through your nose. Pull a surge of energy up through the roots, through your legs, through the red root, through the orange sacral. And we're going to pull all that energy all the way up into our solar plexus chakra. This is located right below the rib cage in the center of your abdomen. And here, I want you to visualize a yellow wheel begins to spin faster and faster, illuminating a brilliant and clear color yellow. Some chakras may be more felt or visible or apparent than others. If you're having that experience, that's completely normal. Continue to drop into your imagination. Feel the red root, the orange sacral, the yellow solar plexus. And again, deep breath in, pulling the energy up through the earth, red, orange, yellow, and we're going to pull all that energy up into our heart chakra, located right at our hearts. Here, visualize a green wheel begins to spin, slowly at first and then faster and faster as you pay attention. Notice the shade of green, whatever comes to your mind. Allow it to get as clear and clean as possible, and then visualize or set the intention for your heart chakra to grow even larger and expand even bigger. Setting the intention will allow it to do so. Visualize and imagine all that heart energy, self-love and love and compassion towards every single living being on the planet and towards yourself. Heart chakra is opening and awake and aware. It is strong, it is powerful, and it is deeply connected and grateful to you. And again with your breath, through those roots, through the red, the orange, the yellow, through the green heart, and bring all that energy up into your throat. This is where we'll activate our throat chakra. And here, visualize a blue wheel that begins to spin slowly at first and faster the more you pay attention. Visualize the shade of blue and allow it to get cleaner and clearer the more you pay attention to it. And just like the heart, set the intention for our throat chakra to get larger, bolder, more powerful. This is our center for communication inward to ourselves and outwards, who we are, communicating that to the world. So we want to open up our blue throat chakra. We all have a magnificent voice. Pulling all that energy in through the red root, the orange, yellow, green, blue throat. Pull all of your attention and energy into your third eye chakra, which is located actually in the center of your brain, right behind your forehead. And here I want you to imagine a purple wheel that begins to spin slowly at first and faster the more you pay attention to it. Notice the shade of purple and see it becoming clearer and clearer, brighter and brighter. And imagine all of this energy, this connection to earth, and this energy moving through the vehicle known as you, all the way up your legs through the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple third eye. And imagine this surge of energy is pushed out of the top of your head through your crown chakra. And visualize and imagine a white beam of light shining out of the top of your head, blowing through your roof, and send that beam of light all the way out until it reaches the farthest corners of the universe. Imagine a Hollywood spotlight coming out of the top of your head, and see that beam of white light, so powerful, so strong, use your imagination. Feel it pushing all the energy out of the top of your head. And then focus your attention on one little particle of light along that beam of light. So zoom in to a particle of light, one tiny little molecule of light along that beam of light, and follow it as it travels up the beam. Get closer and closer to that particle of light. Feel yourself getting pulled into to where you yourself become that small particle as you travel upward through the beam of white light, going higher and higher. Seeing nothing but white light all around you. And the higher and higher you go, the more and more relaxed, the more and more quiet, the more and more focused, calm, and centered you become. Feel and imagine yourself floating upwards, going higher and higher, becoming more and more relaxed, feeling more and more calm and centered, and at the same time feeling empowered and energized. Look all around you and see nothing but white light within you and around you. And you're continuously traveling up that beam of white light, going higher and higher, feeling more and more relaxed, more at peace with yourself in this moment. The body is floating higher and higher. Then begin to notice that that beam of white light is pulling up and slowing down, and you find yourself in a space way, way, way in outer space where there's stars and planets and galaxies all around you. But here you are in just this white light space. Imagine if you look down, you're not really even standing on anything, you're just hovering over the entire universe itself. Look around, see planets, the sun, other galaxies, and anything else floating by, whether it makes sense or not. And imagine that you have become invisible. You can feel your body, but you look into your hands and down at your body, down towards your feet. You can't see you. You know you exist. Continue to feel present and yet not be seen. There is consciousness within you, but there is no I that you have to be. You are consciousness itself. You are the observer of the universe. And there's nothing you need to know or to do. Continue to breathe and experience yourself as consciousness itself, just observing the universe. And anywhere your consciousness goes, anything you think, you become drawn to that space. So find or create a place in the universe that you would like to check in on as consciousness, and feel yourself go to that very space. Feel as if you are hovering over that space. Maybe you want to check in on your body right now. Maybe you want to go to another country, state, beach. Find a place in the whole entire universe and feel yourself moving at the speed of light and finding yourself right in that place, observing it. Hover over that scene and just notice where you are. You don't need to ask why we're there. Just experience it. And if you want to, you may stay hovering as consciousness in that space, or you can travel somewhere else. Maybe you want to visit or check in on someone. There's zero limits to where you can go. Using your imagination and your consciousness, just travel. Or you can stay hovering over the entire universe itself, staying in observer mode, witnessing. And begin to feel yourself calling yourself back to your body. And as I say that, I want you to imagine that right in front of you, all of a sudden, there appears a hallway, a super long hallway. And on either side of the hallway, there are doors. And on the doors, there are numbers marked. And feel yourself walking down that hallway as if you are getting pulled or guided to a particular door. There's no way of doing this incorrectly. So feel yourself moving, walking, floating down that hallway, getting pulled, guided to a particular door, and stand in front of that door. And on each door, there is a year. Notice, what year door are you standing in front of? This may be a year in your lifetime. This may be in future years, or many, many hundreds of years ago. Use your imagination, see what pops up first, and then take a step through that door. Begin to describe what you see or who you see in that scene. Using your imagination, relax into this. Allow whatever to come to your mind. The door, the scene, the year, it may make sense or it may not. Allow your critical mind to fall by the wayside and just observe what you see. Step fully into that room and into that space. Ask if there are any other people there. If so, who are they? Do you know them? Did you know them? Will you know them? Check in with how you feel in this space. And remind yourself that you are safe and grounded, loved and cared for. And if you choose, you can leave at any time and go in through another door if you wish, or you could stay right where you are. Begin to really try to describe how you feel in this space. Where in your body do you feel whatever emotion you're experiencing? If this is a past event of this lifetime, just allow yourself to be in the experience, knowing that deep, deep healing and awareness is coming from this. Same as if you're in another lifetime altogether. Notice every little detail that you possibly can capture. Sense, visuals, sounds. And then begin to notice that it's time to walk out of this scene. And feel yourself going back out through the door and into the hallway, which is now completely changed. Looks very different than when you first walked in. And direct your attention to the opposite end of the hallway where there's a big, bright light. And as you get closer to that bright white light, you notice the light itself is a door. And you push open that door of white light. And standing right in front of you is a person. It may be a being of light, it may be a religious figure, maybe someone you physically knew, or someone you can't identify. This person, this being, is one of your guides here on earth in this lifetime. And they have been waiting for you all day so you may meet them. And if you don't physically see anyone, know that they are there, just as in consciousness. Their presence is there. So you might physically see them, or just get a sense of knowing there's a presence with you. All these presences are 100% unconditionally loving and supportive of who you are in this moment. Reach out their hands and put your hands in theirs and feel them transferring unbelievable, unconditional love and support to you. Feel yourself fill with this energy of love, support, foundation, grounding. And allow your body, mind, and consciousness to take it all in, just like a flower takes in all the sun's rays. Allow yourself to feel this energy transfer from them into you. Their energy helps you expand your energy field, Helps you to feel safe and powerful, motivated and nurtured. Allow this energy to move through your entire body, bringing gratitude for them, for this intense love and energetic experience. Look deeply into each other's eyes. Feel the connection, the purpose, the intention, the love, the life. Squeeze their hand as they gently squeeze yours, using all that energy of love as if you are charging your own soul's battery. They remind you of your perfection. Even your imperfections are perfect. Who you are has nothing to do with what you've accomplished or not. Who you are is just this, that light and love coming in and shining out. Feel them loosen their grip on your hands. And in place of their grip, they are placing an object in the palm of your hand. And look down and notice what this object is. Maybe it's a word, maybe it's a thing, maybe it makes sense, maybe it doesn't. Just look down and see what they have left you in your hands. Note that this is an anchor or a sign or a validation that when you see or receive this particular object, word, whatever's in your hand, that is just a validation of your experience with them. It's a reminder of your being. It's a token to help you keep going. And see them put their hands over your hands with this object tightly in your hands, in your grasp. And they ask you to do one thing. They look deeply in your eyes and they ask you to energetically extend the love to someone else who needs it whenever they need it. It's maybe a family member, a friend, a coworker, or a complete stranger. They are signing you an act of love outward to some other being on the planet, coming from pure love, no expectations, so that the light they're passing to you moves through you and into someone else or something else on the planet at some point. And agree that you can do this and thank them for their trust in you to be that energy for someone or something else. If there's anyone, any individual, or any collective energy, person, body of people, Mother Earth herself, oceans, animals, that you wish to extend light and love to in this moment, send that person or individuals light and love right now. Visualize that energy traveling from one person to the next, all over the globe and all through the entire solar system and universe itself. You are acting as the guide that showed up for you at the end of the hallway. You are the guide to that person, individual, plant, animal, living being in the universe as well. It is a positive chain reaction. And listen to your guide as they begin to say that it's time for you to go back down into your human self. And they will walk alongside of you, most likely unseen, but they can be felt. So feel yourself slowly getting pulled back down the hallway. And see yourself seeing that beam of light that you arrived here on. And step back into that beam of light, and like a light speed elevator, feel yourself descending back down through the beam of light. You're moving fast, but it's feeling calm as you go all the way back down that beam of light, back in through the top of your head. And feel yourself coming back into your body in this moment, still feeling relaxed and connected. And bring your attention to your third eye chakra, located right in the center of your brain behind your forehead. Notice that purple wheel is still spinning and illuminated. And drop your awareness down into your throat chakra. And notice the blue light that is spinning. And drop down into your heart chakra. Notice the green light that is still spinning. Drop into your solar plexus chakra. Notice the yellow light and the yellow wheel still spinning. Drop down into your solar plexus chakra, or your sacral chakra. Notice the orange wheel still spinning. And imagine all energy that no longer serves you gets dropped down through the root chakra, the red root chakra, through the base of your spine. It's sent down your legs and down into those roots that are still firmly planted into Mother Earth. Imagine you drop any energy that does not serve you in this moment down to the roots to be recycled. Begin to be aware of your body just as it is in this moment. If you feel ready, you can wiggle your fingers and toes, keeping your eyes closed, but only do this when you feel ready to move. You'll notice some of you will want to take time before you start to wiggle your fingers and toes, and that's perfectly fine. Begin to move your head and shoulders slowly and comfortably. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and drop them back down. Again, only when you're ready. Still keeping your eyes closed, go ahead and stretch and move your body. Stay seated, laying down as you are, and just allow yourself to replay parts of that experience back to yourself. Try to recall some of it. Just gently reflect on that experience. Resist the temptation to jumping into any action. Allow yourself to stay present and calm and centered. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. You can choose to log off and stay in your calm and centered state. You can choose to just listen. And come fully back present into the room you're in. And that stillness, that sitting with whatever you're with right now, whatever you're feeling and being right now is extremely important. This is your beingness. In a few moments, we're going to, if you wish to be a part of this, to chat a little bit and share your experience, or if you have questions about anything you experienced, saw, or didn't see, this would be a good time to do that. But I want anyone who feels like they want to stay in this Zen state, in this quiet state, if you don't want to be a part of the discussion, completely fine. You can log off and stay where you are. I'm going to keep the recording on, so whatever we do discuss will be recorded. How was it for you going through those chakras, those energy centers, opening up? Does anybody have where one chakra was very, very bright or one wasn't? Ooh, you know what? Chrissy, I think this is, so I'm going to unmute so we're going to hear myself and Chrissy. Chrissy wrote, hey Chrissy, everyone can hear you now, that you didn't see anyone. Is that normal? That's a really good question. I'm glad you asked it.
I felt something, but I didn't see anybody.
Perfect. Very normal. For those of you who didn't see anyone, like a guide at the end of the hallway, that's common. And sometimes it freaks people out. Like, what the heck? I don't matter.
Yeah, I was like, where's my person?
Exactly. Nobody loves me. And that's very normal. It's usually what happens is our critical mind is trying so hard to make it someone that we kind of like cancel out someone. So I would always say, whoever, like you said, you can kind of feel someone, or you might, for those of you, might have a sense of who it was, but you're not sure because you didn't see them. Go with your gut sense of what you feel that energy was.
Okay.
Do you want to share who you think it was, or no? You don't have to.
I'm late. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. I thought it was a mix between my grandfather and possibly my stepfather, but I don't know. Like it was kind of weird. Like I think I was trying too hard. So like I wanted it to be someone, but I didn't know if it was. So I didn't know
Right.
if I was making it up.
Well, that's and I'm glad you brought that up. That everybody always thinks they're making it up,
Yeah.
and I always tell people that once you have that experience where you know you did not make that person up, you'll be convinced every time you do it that nope, you didn't make it up.
Okay.
So when you have a
Okay.
sense, I would always say go to that sense. You know, like that you're saying, my grandfather and my stepfather. Um,
Yeah.
Especially for you too, that one of them, I know that what might be like interesting that one of them
Yeah.
showed up versus someone else. I'll put it that way.
Right.
So that's not you making it up, because you most likely would not have made one of those two people up for sure.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's inclination.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
good job.
You
Thank
can
you.
mute me now.
I love this. All right, let me see. Jackie is saying it was the first time she's fallen asleep during meditation, paging Dr. Freud, meditation in 4 years. That's awesome. Someone else said the same. Someone else said they were out cold, but mostly relaxed. Good, you could hear me, fantastic. Kelly, I was in and out. I'm going to lose all my zen when I go upstairs and yell at my crazy little monkeys. Yep, that happens. Mike, let's see. Mike is saying, I just want to say I had a visualization of the scene from Avatar. Oh, I love Avatar. Me as the Avatar person when the roots envelop the Avatar with light, when Sigourney Weaver dies, except bringing me energy. Awesome. That is a cool view. How you?
How's that?
That's perfect. That's a cool. Do you still feel that energy, that life?
Yeah, it was like a total separation of where I was before I started. So it's like kind of changed my whole vibe for the night, and especially the day with all this crap going on. But um, I feel like I can take that with me now. Like I'm gonna watch the movie tonight now because it's pretty powerful. Like you can feel all your capillaries, and like we're all one system and one earth. It's just like such a great message and visualization for like getting through this.
Totally. You're giving me chills even as you're talking. I'm feeling that energy. That
Oh boy.
yeah, it's good. It's a good thing. It's we're that one system. We're one system, and if one part of us is ill, we're all ill. And if one part of us is healthy, we're all healthy. And that's why we have to make sure that we really do keep bringing vitality and energy into ourselves, because collectively we're contributing to the health and well-being of the entire system. So that is such a beautiful visual, and I love that movie. That is one of my top favorite movies. So I'm glad it's
Totally.
your vibe.
Cool. Totally.
Awesome. Let me see who's here. Deb, I felt someone had chills all over. Felt like it was your mom. Awesome. Felt great. Julie, good night. Okay. Let's see. Laura, same. Laura said, same, Chrissy, I had a figure for a while. Then the feeling was that it was your ex from years ago, whom you haven't had thought much about. He wasn't a huge force in your life, but he passed from a heroin overdose a few years ago. The rock he put in my hand was to circle back to his toddler son. Oh my God, I love that. Oh my God. Let's see. Bobby K is saying she saw her dad in the hospital the day he died, but he was still alive. And then your grandmother held you close and gave you a button. Awesome. Deb saying she's relaxed. Jen P, I kind of freaked out because I was expecting to see my dad in the light, but it looked like Jesus. Because in the meditation, I was like, oh, someone's seeing Jesus, someone's seeing Jesus, someone's seeing Jesus. And I was going to say something about it, but then I didn't want to put the Jesus vibe into everyone and everyone think, oh my God, I'm not seeing Jesus. So, but I felt it. I felt that one of you were, probably many of you were. You didn't expect to see a religious figure. That's when I love, that's how you know you did not make this up, because a lot of times the people who do show up are people you are not going to make up. So that's powerful. I still have you where we could hear. I just want to see what else you wrote. The object was strange, but this entire experience was amazing. You feel different and so open. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Tell me about it. Is this your first time with doing it? Awesome.
I have been wanting to do this meditation, but every Sunday night I cannot get to your center. And it was the perfect thing to be able to have this. I was looking forward to it all day. I was just in what's going on in the world. I've been okay. I've been in good space, but I felt it was just a powerful time to reconnect. Yes. And I have never been through such a deep guided meditation. I have done meditations where I'm doing chanting or my breath, but not this deep where I was feeling everything that you were guiding me through. But it was weird because when I had to go into the room, that was wild. The room was great. I got to see my dad in the room. But then when I got into the light, it's like my brain is going, oh, good, I'm going to see my father. I've been dying to see my father. And then Jesus was there. And I'm like, oh, I can't be seeing Jesus. This is way too real. And it was the most, I felt like my body was tingling. I had like this out of body experience. I felt so much love and light. And then sending it out felt so real. And even with the object, I kept saying, okay, don't overthink this, because I could tell, like, when my conscious brain wants to see a certain thing or says, you can't do this, that's when I ruin it.
Yep.
Then I go back to my gut and I go, it doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense, if it's stupid, if it, and then I saw this object and it was this tiny book on a chain. I said, what is this? It's a book on a chain, and I had no idea, but then it was okay because I said, it doesn't matter, whatever it is, it is. And it was just an amazing experience.
I'm so glad you're going to hold on to it too. And it's going to last you for, a good long time. And it's good. It's really good that you say, like you could feel that the mind coming in, because that's the human self. Anytime we're human, we kind of like get in the way. So it's like meditation is that perfect time, especially this type of experience, so that we recognize, like, oh my gosh, now in your daily life, you will also notice more clearly how many times you're getting in your own way versus just trusting the process and just letting whatever is.
Yes.
That's going to roll over for you.
Yes, so I totally get it. I think that's such a struggle for everybody at all the time. Absolutely. That feeling of just letting things go and going with the flow and trusting, that trust and faith. Right. And so, and then the minute my, monkey mind gets in and wants to muck it up, that's when I go off course.
Exactly. And that's why I feel like this whole situation is like the universe going, all right, everybody, let me take over for a minute.
Yes.
Let's get everybody recalibrated. So
yes.
And the more we all can think of it that way too, the more we'll stay in that zone and that flow of it instead of, the alternative, which is I'm so glad you
thank you so much. I loved it.
Oh, I'm so glad. I love to hear this stuff lights me up. It just lights me up to see all the lights going on inside of people. All right, let me see what other stuff. I saw your grandmother very clear. She gave me a pin. I could feel the touch of her skin. It was cool. Kelly wrote, I saw my Aunt Sue in Vermont. She's home with hospice care right now. Wow. And you're trying to send her as much peace and light as you can. Kelly, I have you unmuted.
Okay.
Were you able to like hover over her?
Yeah, I was. So it was a little surreal, but I same thing. I was doubting, like, am I doing this? Am I making it up? Am I making it up? Because it's like just where my thoughts have been, and my love's been to her anyway. So she's my godmother.
Oh, wow. So collectively, just hearing it too, we just naturally send energy to her too.
Thank you. Then I got a pencil, which was very weird.
Wow. And the color?
Yellow. Number 2, like your straight up Ticonderoga number 2, good one.
For those of you who are like obsessed with office
Jesus.
supplies like I am. Nice.
Those are the best pencils. Never send the other ones when the teachers ask for the number 2 Ticonderoga. It's for a reason.
I love it. It's awesome. Let me see who's next. Sydney. I felt the energy being pulled up by my hands rather than my feet. Yep. One of the doors had my kids. Oh, and I rocked them to sleep during bedtime. I don't have kids yet. I love that. My guide gave me something I already have, something she gave me when she passed. She told me to use it as a reminder to who I am. Sydney, you're up. Cool.
It was Virginia, so that was cool. I haven't talked to her in a while.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's like killing me. I know exactly where it is, and I want to go in my closet and get it. It's a necklace out of horsehair, and like one side hooks and like the middle's a horseshoe.
Oh, beautiful.
And I've never worn it because she's such a tiny person and I'm not that tiny, so it doesn't really fit. So I want to wear it.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah.
For those that don't know Sydney, Sydney's into horses. That's a big sign. So,
And it was great to rock my kids to sleep. That was so cool.
oh my God, tell me about that.
It was my second door. The first one I went into, I was like, it was my dog, and it was actually my corgi. And then she like popped up in human form, and she was kind of like the queen. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. She was kind of like that. And I was like, all right, whatever, I can leave here. And then I went into the next room, and like they like ran at me like I just got home from work or something.
Oh.
And like we just went into this rocking chair, and it was so cool. And I
Oh.
was like, all right. And then you told us to leave, and I was like, that's fine, I'll see him soon. So I'm like, I kissed him on the forehead, and I was like, all right, I'll see you soon, my loves. And I left. It was so sweet.
Love that. I got chills on that too. Love it. I love also, like, we all listen to the exact same meditation, and look how different everyone's experiences are. That says a lot, to all of you, that, we're observing the exact same thing, but we're interpreting it and having our own experience with it. So I love that, Sydney. Let's see. Sharon. Oh, this is it. Let's see. Hold on. Good. Sharon is saying her vibe is so much better. And Sharon, I like that I could see your candles there, by the way. Sharon's picture, for those of you who can see each other, she's got those great candles. And every once in a while I'd open my eyes and I would see the candles, and I was like, oh, I should have a nice little scene in the background of myself. Let's see. Sharon, I'm going to unmute you for a second. I know we can't see you, but actually I'm not going to unmute you. It's not letting me. Okay, there you go. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So you're feeling better now?
Oh, so much better.
Good. I didn't read your whole thing.
Yeah, no, it was about my idiot husband. He threw me off, and it popped in my brain because, and so I ended up doing my yoga because I just couldn't sit still, and I listened very intently, and I feel so much better. And he's going to get a little piece of my mind before I go to bed. And but it's going to be so much better than it would have been before I did that.
Hold your zen if you can.
Thank you so much for everything that you're doing for everyone. You have no idea what you're doing for me and just other people, and you just make my world better. So thank you so much.
Oh my God, it's the mirror bounced right back at you. That's what it is. I'm only able to do this if people actually give a shit. So the mirror.
I give a shit.
That's what matters to me. So yeah, I think the world, we just need that collective calm, that collective reset. All of us, every single one of us, and I can't say it enough that this is our moment as humankind consciousness. I think it's truly going to end up being one of the greatest transitions in an evolution of humankind, and I don't even mean that lightly. I mean, that's a pretty intense thing, and it's exciting. And when I was a kid, I used to see visions that I was going to be a part, hear me out on this, you guys. That was going to be a part of helping in the end of the world. It is not the end of the world. So let me just preface that. We're not having the end of the world. But I used to see myself in caves, and that we were all in caves, and my job was to keep people calm. That was literally what I was there for. There were doctors, everybody had a job, and my job was to just go to different pockets within these caves where there was about 20 to 50 people. And my job was that I'd go and I'd either do a meditation or do some sort of calm, and then I'd move on to the next part of the cave. So not that I think that's what's going to happen at all, but I feel like this is what I was seeing in a different term, is that's my job, is to bring calm. Now, I don't bring calm to my own household, by the way. Let's not forget, I bring fear and terror to everyone here, especially when technology doesn't go right. But we all have a job during this time, and you get to decide what it is. How are you collectively going to contribute to it? Because whatever it is you're giving into the world, it's mattering. It matters. Even if it doesn't feel like it matters, it really matters. So your best, truest, authentic self is what's needed in the world from every one of us. Even if that means I want to tell the world to go fuck off. If that's what's truly authentic and real, that's what you need to contribute. But we don't need to play, we need to be authentic. We need to really dig deep and get into, like, where are we really? What are we really feeling? Who are we? And when you get to that authentic core, you're putting that authenticity into the world, which only allows everybody else to do the same. So it's no small feat. Pretty cool and exciting times, actually, in a really screwed up package, but whatever. Sandy said, is it possible for someone to be a different age than when they passed? I saw a boy child. The only person I could think of is my son, but he was stillborn, a little shaken up, to be unmuted in a good way. Gotcha. Nobody really likes to hear their voice. Yes, that's a great question. It's totally possible for someone to have passed at one age and then show up at either the age that they would have been had they still physically progressed here on earth, or he could show up as a really old man too. So that's totally possible. So how old was he when he passed? Oh, he was stillborn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So how was that experience for you?
It was strange because it was a little boy, like 7 to 8 years old, and it only happened a little over a year ago.
Wow. Yep. That's totally common. And why does that happen? Why would he show up at 7? It's probably unanswerable. So the why question, because that's a common human question, has more to do with like logic than the actual intuitive experience. My gut would be that he's probably showing up to you just to get your attention in a different age, and probably to show you that he's still able to evolve, which is what aging is. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yep.
And how was the rest of it for you?
Good. I wasn't able to see a lot of other people. The object really wasn't clear.
Yep, that's common.
But it was very peaceful.
Good. And have you done this with me before?
Once before.
Okay. So, and every time we do this, sometimes people have really, really, really deep and very specific meditations, and other times people are like, yeah, I got nothing. I couldn't sit still, or I couldn't focus. So every single time it's going to be different for all of you. So just keep doing it. Do as many guided meditations as possible just to keep training yourself. I love guided meditation. That is my favorite method, because I feel like it's just so effective. You don't have to, you just have to listen. So I think it's effective. I'm actually in the middle of just creating my first course, and I put together 10 meditation styles in a course. So I should be releasing that, we'll see when, based on technology, but guided meditation, in my opinion, is the best for everybody. Okay, people are getting black rocks. Raleen got one, Karen got one. What happened with the rooms? I woke up right before we saw somebody like, I gave you glass sculptured horse. Deb said she got a red stone. My mom handed me a yellow rose. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, Laura's dog Mal's in the room. Your guide, Marianne, gave you a key. First door, you're riding on a horse with lanterns in the dark. Cool. It was very odd and had no idea where that came from. It was also me as a kid. The floating part was cool. I really felt like I was floating. Go, yep.
Okay. It was strange. When I went through the door at first, I didn't think I was seeing anything. And all of a sudden, I'm on this huge black horse. I have like an old fashioned like gown on. I have a lantern. But then I realized it's me as a kid.
Wow.
And we're riding. And then you called us back. So I said, I have to go back. I have to go back.
Like
and part that awesome was the floating part. Like I really was floating, and I saw a lot of people in heaven, and they kept kissing my face. It was very surreal. And that part was very visual, but then I floated quickly away from them. It wasn't very long. So that was neat.
I love it. And you can't make that up. Again, like, you know, if any of you are thinking like, well, I'm wondering if I made it up. You did not make any of this up, because you just wouldn't. We just wouldn't pick yourself with lanterns on a horse.
No, I don't think so.
So always use that. And then we're human. We all think that we made it up. That's so common. And I've told this a million times to the regulars that come to meditation. The first time I ever did a meditation like this, it was designed to meet one of your guides. And as soon as I opened the door to see the guide, it was my terrible alcoholic next door neighbor. And he was the meanest man I've ever met. And he was so miserable. And I remember in the meditation being totally gypped, like totally bummed, like, really? Like, you're my guide? I've got like Mr. So-and-so who's like the meanest, miserable person as my guide. So, but because I had that experience, it made me realize, like, I know I didn't make that up, because there is no way I would have made Mr. Callahan to be my guide. But he is. Maybe he's helping me not become an alcoholic, which is maybe. We'll see. We'll see if I have wine tonight. Oh my gosh. So let's see who else. So you get that. Thank you. Oh my God, Sydney, you know Kate? That's so crazy. Kate, where is Kate? I'm gonna unmute you, Kate, because I have not seen you in years. How are you?
Hi.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Kate used to date my brother. So this is very exciting that you're here. And she's moved from Taiwan, right?
Yes.
Taiwan to Middletown to go to school at Ak. So we really have to see, each other. I can't believe we haven't yet. So how was this for you? How was the meditation for you, Kate? Were you able to follow along? And
can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it was good. I just follow your direction, and I give the thought for myself. So I feel like there's a moment I feel like a little bit headache. Mm-hmm. Is that normal?
Yes. I'm glad you bring that up. Yes, sometimes people do experience headache or pressure. Sometimes people actually feel anxiety too during it at any point. So anything you feel is always normal. I would say with the pressure, especially in the head, is a lot. Well, one obviously is a lot going on, but also it might be that you're thinking too much instead of just being. So, and it'll recalibrate. It'll fix itself over time. It's just keep doing it.
Okay.
So, oh my God, it's exciting. We do have to get together, and I do have that book for you still. I didn't give it away, so we'll figure something out soon. And it's so funny. You and Sydney are in the same class. Such a small world. I love it. Let's see, Bobby K. Yeah, Laura understands feeling gypped. Okay, let's see. All right, so I got a lot of comments. You can replay that. Once I end this, you're gonna all be sent a link, so you'll be able to do that again and again if you want to. And I really highly suggest all of you to just keep doing either that one or go on to YouTube and just type in guided meditations. I would not do another one tonight just because you really want your energy to stay with where you were tonight, but start getting into the habit. do them small too. And does anyone, real quick, does anyone have any idea how long that was? Because we were meditating for a good, now I have to do the math on it, hold on, like 45 minutes. So 45 minutes. For those of you who say like, oh, I can't sit still, or I can't focus, I can't do it, you just did. And I bet you it didn't seem like 45 minutes worth of meditation time, but you did. So that's super powerful. Let's see, you were gonna say 30 minutes, Deb, yep. So yeah, probably feels shorter than it was. I think for the remainder of this time in our life, I'm going to add more of these. So I'm anticipating next Sunday night, I'll probably do another one. So pay attention on Facebook for that. And let's see, what else? My goodness. I do feel like you're all here with me. So my regular meditation peeps that I see and names and stuff, it really feels very grounding and centering to me, as if like life is as usual. So I'm enjoying that. So everyone have a good week. Return to this, and I will see you either on Facebook or shortly in the next few days. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Goodbye.